Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doucette Field for tonight's Merrimack Valley Conference game between the Lowell Red Raiders and the Tewksbury Redmen. At this time, please stand, remove your caps for the singing of the National Anthem, sung by TMHS senior Vanessa Waugh.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon and welcome to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, the venue today for some Friday Night Lights MVC football between the visiting Lowell Red Raiders and the Tewksbury Redmen. Thank you for tuning in on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Della Piana. Friday Night Lights here in the second game at Doucette Stadium. Again, the Lowell Red Raiders at the Tewksbury Redmen. Let's take a look at the two teams that will be facing off tonight. First, the Lowell Red Raiders, an 0-1 record this season, lost last week against Billerica 35-14 at home. They're under second-year head coach Rob Pike. As for the Tewksbury Redmen, also 0-1 this season, dropping their season opener last week against the Danvers Falcons 35-18 at this same field. They're under 25th-year head coach Brian Elward, 165-101 record all-time with the team. It was a tough outing for the Redmen last week, as I said, losing 35-18 here on the home turf. Only had 201 total yards of offense. Only ran 8 passing plays for 22 yards for Danny Fleming. And it was the Danvers passing game that ate up the Redmen defense all throughout last week. And definitely something Brian Elward worked on at practice throughout the week. Lowell has won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. The Redmen will have the ball first to start the ball game. A lot of energy building into this one between the two teams. Lowell and Tewksbury doing battle. It's their first matchup since 2015, where the Redmen currently on a 3-game win streak against the Red Raiders. They took them down in 2015, 2012, and 2011, and Lowell's last win against the Redmen came in a wild one in 2010 by a final of 44-41. Again, we welcome you to Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Della Piana. Friday Night Lights, Merrimack Valley Conference football. The Lowell Red Raiders at the Tewksbury Redmen. Both teams entering this ball game looking for their first win of the season after tough home losses to open the 2021 season. Definitely something that Rob Pike, the head coach of the Red Raiders, that is, and Coach Brian Elward of the Redmen, talking things over throughout the week, figuring out different schemes, as it was the defense of either of these teams that had a tough week. Lowell allowing 35 points to the Billerica Indians, while the Tewksbury Redmen allowing 35 points to the Danvers Falcons. A packed crowd here at Doucette Stadium, the second game here on this very field. And the first Friday Night Lights for the Redmen in quite a long time. So number 1, Blake Ramos, the senior kicker for the Red Raiders, teeing the ball up as we're about to get started. A lot of anticipation here at Doucette tonight. Ramos swinging the right leg, and this ball game is underway. Kick taken by Alex Arbogast just shy of the 15-yard line. Making some few moves. Alex Arbogast into the open in the midfield. Won't go down, and he's past midfield. A great start to the Redmen. It's number 24, the junior, Alex Arbogast, getting things going. Arbogast saw the open hole. Wouldn't go down. He was tackled initially at the 40-yard line, but kept the feet moving. And the Redmen, great field position to start this ball game. Exactly what they needed to ignite the offense. Quarterback of the Redmen, number 9, senior Danny Fleming. Only had 8 passing attempts in the loss last week. He was 3 for 8 with 22 yards. But don't doubt the fact that he had 8 rushes for 57 yards and a 1-yard touchdown later in the game. So the Redmen will start in Lowell territory at the Red Raider 47, 1st and 10. Handoff up to get to Arbogast, trying to bounce it to the outside, goes right into a heave of Red Raiders. It's number 4, Cameron Durkin, the sophomore for the Red Raiders on the tackle. A gain of 2 yards for Arbogast. The junior number 24, Alex Arbogast, had a great showing in his varsity debut. He had 13 carries for 81 yards and 2 scores, including that long 65-yarder that put the Redmen on the board in their first touchdown at Doucette Stadium. 2nd and 8 for the Redmen. From the Red Raider 45, direct snap to Fleming. He'll try to go up the gut, has some space. Bouncing off a few tackles, Fleming getting an extra push from the offensive line. And Dan Fleming doing what he does best, running the football. And he's going to get past the first down marker. A fresh set of down for the red and white. The whiteout being the theme tonight for the Redmond student section. You'll hear them all throughout the night. It's a loud crowd at the end of the bleachers towards the Redmond end zone. But a good run from Fleming. It's a 1st down and 10 for the Redmen. Fleming, same play, up the middle. Once again, he's taking that open space. And then getting an extra push at the end. The Redmen doing a good job executing the run nice and early. And getting a large chunk of yards there. Going to be just shy of the 1st down marker. A gain of about 8 or 9 for the senior. And the Redmen doing what Billerica did to Lowell's defense last week is the Billerica quarterback JT Green rushing for 122 yards in 2 scores versus Red Raider defense. So they're vulnerable to the ground game, and that's what Brian Elward preaches most for this Redmond ball club. 2nd and 1 for the Redmen. Handoff right side, Arbogast taking the open hole, burying himself over a Lowell defender. And a fresh set of downs upcoming for the Redmen. Continuing to move the ball.
1st down at the 23.
Redmen, who tried the ground and pound last week, fell into the hands of the Danvers Falcons defense a lot. Not a lot of big chunks of yardage that they've had so far in this opening drive. 9:30 left in the first quarter, scoreless between Lowell and Tewksbury. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Redmen. I formation. Handoff, Arbogast looking to go to the outside, has some blockers, evading off a tackle, a stiff arm, and looked like the ball came out. The ball did come out, but the Redmen recover. That could have been costly for Tewksbury. But again, the Redmen putting the ground and pound on this Lowell defense. It's been very vulnerable to the run so far in the first game of the year.
2nd down from the 14.
Yet to see the Redmen passing game. It's just doing what they do best. Redmen now in the red zone, gaining 9 yards in that last play. It's 2nd and 1 from the Lowell 14. Arbogast, the motion man. Direct snap to Fleming. Going to the right side. Fleming with some open space, evading a defender. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Redmond. It's Danny Fleming. A 14-yard run for number 9, his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Redmen are on the board first. A great move on the outside from Danny Fleming. It was that nice little side juke to the right side that got him away from the last man. And the Redmen put 6 on the board. A little under 4 minutes played in this first quarter. A great start for this Redmond team. Now number 89, Cody LeGrand, on for the PAT. He was 0 for 2 in the loss last week. And the Redmen got him with the hard count there. This is going to be a neutral zone infraction on the Red Raiders, so that ball will be pushed up to the 1-yard line now. And they're going to send the offense back on the field here. They're going to go for 2 from the 1-yard line. The Redmen went for a 2-point conversion just one time in the loss last week. It was a handoff right up the middle to Alex Arbogast that they didn't convert on. Let's see what the play call here is from Danny Fleming and Brian Elward. Are they going to surprise him here and put the ball in the air? Are they just going to keep it on the ground? It's going to be in the I formation for the 2-point conversion. Fleming just going to keep it himself. They're going to push the pile, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is good. Danny Fleming getting all 8 points on that drive, and with 8:16 remaining in the first quarter, the Redmen had the 8-0 lead over the Lowell Red Raiders. But just an absolutely perfect drive from the Tewksbury Redmen. That's the momentum they needed. It was a tough outing last week, allowing 35 points, only scoring 3 touchdowns in that loss. But able to get some energy into the building, into this team. And now they find themselves up a score and a 2-point conversion with 8:16 left in the first quarter. Now Lowell, they're no stranger to being down 7-0. They started last game down 7-0. And what they did was Jaden Sims, who we'll talk about a little bit later, number 22 for the Red Raiders. He returned a 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to even the score with the Indians. So you can't doubt the special teams of the Red Raiders, and also saying the Redmen allowing a kickoff return at the beginning of the second half of last week's matchup. And Nick Wilson, number 67, getting the team into it, hyping up the defense for this next upcoming possession. Cody LeGrand also does the kickoff for the Redmen. It's a short little squib kick that's going to go right at a Red Raider, going down at the 46-yard line. And it's number 50, Harley Felipe, on the recovery for the Red Raiders. And we'll take a look at the Lowell offense. Their quarterback is number 11, senior captain Evan Sang. He had 1 touchdown pass last week, and it was to his star receiver, number 13, Aaron Morris, also a fellow senior captain. Nice little story about Morris we'll get into a little bit later in the broadcast. 1st and 10 for the 47 for the Raiders. They try to go up the middle, and it's stuffed up well by the Redmen. And there is Da Vinci Sidney, number 77 for the Redmen. As we just talked about, it was Jaden Sims there, number 22 on the carry for the Red Raiders, who had the kickoff return for the touchdown in last week's loss to the Indians. Second and 9 for Lowell from their own 47. And a flag going to fly onto the field. An offsides penalty on the Redmen. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. So now the Red Raiders will jump over to the Redmen side of the field. It'll now be a more manageable 2nd and 4 coming from the Redmen 47. Again, if you're just tuning in on Tewksbury TV, my name is Andrew Delapiana. 7:25 and counting remaining in this first quarter. The Tewksbury Redmen up 8-0 over the Lowell Red Raiders in this Merrimack Valley Conference football matchup. Handoff to the fullback. Oh, it was a fake handoff. Now keeping it to the outside is number 13, Aaron Morris. Lowell doing a good job there of misdirection. It looked like number 1, Blake Ramos, had the carry out of the fullback position. And it was Logan Oth pushing Morris out of bounds. But nevertheless, it's a first down for the Red Raiders. They're up at the 40-yard line. The Red Raiders trying to answer on this drive after falling behind 8-0 off the 14-yard touchdown run from Danny Fleming. First and 10 from the Redmen 40. Sang, handoff, up the middle, bouncing off a tackler. Sims hit hard from behind, going down past the 35-yard line at the 34. A gain of 6 yards.
Carried by Sim. 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 from the Redmen 34. Both the Redmen and the Red Raiders trading off good runs on offense. Still yet to see either team put the ball in the air. Flag's going to come on the field. It's going to be a false start against Lowell. To basically erase that yardage that Sim just picked up.
Start. 2nd and 9.
It's going to be backed up to a 2nd and 9 from the Redmen 39. Redmen getting caught with the offside a few plays prior, and then the Red Raiders giving it right back for the false start. It's Sang under center. Hand off to the fullback. It's number 44, Aiden Milizano.
Evan Silva on the tackle.
And it was number 54, Evan Silva, on the stop for the Redmen. He did a good job of getting in that A gap.
3rd and 10 from the 40.
Talking with Evan Silva throughout the week, he said, our defensive presence needs to be better. Allowing 35 points at home, that's just unacceptable. And he said, throughout the week, we've been working on that linebacker and secondary to stop the effective gains that Danvers had all throughout last week's game. Improving it right there. Loss of 1 on that last play. It's a 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Sang dropping back, looking to the left side. Pass is caught. It's number 2, the senior Travis Van Dinter. He's short of the first down marker. They're going to mark him down at the 32. Pass was a little bit behind Van Dinter.
Throw by Evan Sims. 4th and 2.
The Lowell offense going to stay on the field here. All 3 captains of the Red Raiders getting the ball in this position. On this possession, excuse me. Evan Sang, the quarterback, Travis Van Dinter, the wide receiver, and then Aaron Morris, who switches in and out between receiver and running back. Sang got Wilson a bite, but no flag came on. And the Red Raiders going to be forced to take a timeout here.
Timeout Lowell.
Redmond putting himself in a questionable spot there. Nick Wilson, who actually jumped on the hard count made there by Sang. And the Redmond coaching staff was not happy with that decision made by the senior captain. But he must have been back far enough that he wasn't offsides when he made a jump. So the Redmond catch a break on 4th down. But let's see what Rob Pike and the Lowell offense do here on this 4th and short. Again, just need 2 yards to get to the 30-yard line. 4:28 remaining in the first quarter. The Tewksbury Redmen leading the Lowell Red Raiders 8-0. It's a Friday Night Lights Merrimack Valley Conference football matchup. Both teams looking for their first win this season after dropping the first game of the season. Big play upcoming early here. 4th and 2 from 32. Handoff up the middle. It's Morris trying to get around Logan Oth, and Logan Oth brought him down. But this might be a face mask here. And the referee's going to talk this one over. Logan Oth might have got too high there. And that is the exact call. Logan Oth getting too high there with his hands to make the tackle. He's called with a face mask penalty. That is a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul and an automatic first down. So Oth did a good job there of evading his block on the outside to get to Morris, but flagged for the face mask penalty. And the Lowell offense gets new life. They're at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Here's some more laundry on the field. It's going to be a false start on the Red Raiders. There was combined 13 penalties last week between Danvers and Tewksbury. And quite a bunch here in this opening 8 minutes of play. So push Lowell back 5 yards, 1st and 15 from the Redmond 25. Sang, 3-step drop back, looking left, pass incomplete. As he was looking for his star receiver, Aaron Morris, here on the near sideline, pass incomplete.
2nd and 15 from the 25.
It'll be a second and 15 from the Redmond 25. 3:40 left on the first quarter clock. Great little story about Aaron Morris. His father, Horace Morris, came to Massachusetts. He's a native of Jamaica. And it's only Morris's 3rd season of playing football, and he's really blossomed into a star player for this Lowell team. Just started playing football his sophomore year back in 2019. And has now became one of the fastest players for this Raiders team that they can count on. Sang dropping back. He's got to get it off, and it's short. Good pressure off the outside. It was number 54, Evan Silva, forcing Sang to throw it away behind his intended target, Van Dinter. Something that the Redmen executed very well on Saturday was QB pressure. And they just didn't get enough against Danvers as they threw for over 260 yards against this Redmond defense. And definitely something that Brian Elward emphasized in practice throughout the week. And we've seen an example right there of the senior number 54, Evan Silva. 3rd and 15 from the Redmond 25. The Lowell Red Raiders need to get to the 10. Morris getting the carry. Stuffed up by the Redmen. They collapse once again. Not allowing any space to the outside. It'll be a 4th down.
Morris, Nick Wilson in on the tackle. 4th down and 13.
Ball spotted at the 23-yard line just to gain 2 yards for Morris. Lowell was able to convert on a 4th and 2 via a Logan Oth face mask penalty early in the drive. But they're going to bring out the field goal unit here. It's going to be number 1, Blake Ramos. This one is going to be about a 40-yarder. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. The ball is down, swinging the right leg from Ramos. He is short, and the kick is no good.
4-yard field goal.
So despite the Logan Oth penalty, the Redmen make a good stop on 3rd down to force the long field goal. And Ramos's kick is short. It's a turnover on downs, and the Redmen will have some good field position here to start their 2nd drive. The This one's going to start at the 20-yard line. 2:38 remaining in the first quarter. Again, thank you for tuning in on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Del Piana. Merrimack Valley Conference football. The Lowell Red Raiders at the Tewksbury Redmen. The Redmen up 8-0. Both teams getting a shot on offense. The Redmen converting with the touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and Lowell with the missed field goal. So back to work, the Redmen offense goes. Fleming, handoff, Arbogast, looking for a hole. Taken down by number 2, Van Dinter, who was also the star linebacker for this Lowell team. Gain of 4 yards for number 24, Arbogast. The Redmen offense continuing to stay patient. Arbogast known for his ability to make something out of nothing. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 4-yard gain from Arbogast in the last play. 2nd and 6 from the 29. Handoff up the gut. It's the sophomore number 3, Leonard Johnson. Runs into a gaggle of Red Raiders. A short gain for the sophomore.
That's Hunter Johnson on a carry. 3rd and 3.
Johnson, who had a solid varsity debut. He had 4 rushes for 36 yards, averaging 9 yards a carry in his varsity debut. A strong showing from the youngster out of the class of 2024. It'll be a 3rd and 3 for the Redmen. They're at their own 32. Excuse me, at their own 27. I formation for the Redmen. Fleming lost the football. The ball is out and it's recovered by the Red Raiders. Travis Van Dinter, right place, right time.
Recovered by the Lowell Red Raiders, Travis Van Dinter.
Some miscommunication there between the Redmen. It looked like the handoff was supposed to go to Arbogast, and then Fleming just decided to take it himself. I don't believe those two were on the same page. And Fleming, the ball slipping out of his hands, Van Dinter falling right on it.
The Redmen 23.
And just like that, the Red Raiders are able to flip the field. They're inside the 25 with a minute left in the first quarter. Evan Sang, senior quarterback for the Red Raiders, getting the offense onto the field. Sang dropping back, looking for his options, hit as he throws. The pass tipped and incomplete. Good defense by number 5, Colby Flayhive, who was in coverage. Sang had some time to throw. Was able to get a good throw off while being pressured. Good defense from the free safety, Flayhive, to tip it away. .56 ticks remaining in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 from the Redmen 23. Sang rolling out right. Throwing it over the middle, pass incomplete. We got a flag down at the 21-yard line. This might be an eligible man downfield, as they were running kind of a bootleg out to the right side. And that is exactly the call, an eligible man downfield.
Ineligible man downfield. Penalty is declined.
So the Redmen are going to decline this penalty, so it's going to be a 3rd and 10 instead of a 2nd and 15. So Brian Howard deciding to decline the penalty. It's a 3rd and 10 from the 23. The Red Raiders need to get to the 13. We'll have two receivers at the top of your screen. Sang, handing it off. Morris trying to cut out to the right side, evading the initial tackle. Flayhive able to get his ankle in. Good tackle at the feet by Flayhive to make the stop on Aaron Morris.
Fourth down.
And it's decision time again for Rob Pike. This is going to be a 4th and 5 from the 18.
5 from the 18.
I believe he's going to keep Ramos on the sidelines after the missed field goal on the opening possession. 4th and 5 from the Redmond 18. Time ticking down in this first quarter. And the clock winds to 0, and that will do it for the first quarter play. After 12 minutes here at Doucette Stadium, the score: the Tewksbury Redmen 8 and the Lowell Red Raiders 0. We'll take a short break and be right back with Redmen football on Tewksbury TV. In Massachusetts, we played one quarter here between the Lowell Red Raiders and the Tewksbury Redmen. The only score in that opening quarter coming from Dan Fleming on a 14-yard touchdown rush. 4th and 5 here. And they're going to bring out the field goal unit once again. This time from Ramos, it's going to be a 35-yarder. He missed a 40-yarder on the first drive of the day for the Red Raiders. The kick from Ramos is up. And it's short once again. Wasn't able to get enough leg underneath it. 2 missed field goals from Blake Ramos. And the Redmond defense continuing to hold strong. The Red Raiders forced a turnover deep in Redmond territory, and the defense continuing to do what they do best. What they were more known for last year, making big stops deep in their own territory. Really flipping the script from what we saw last week in this Redmond team. So the missed field goal takes 6 seconds off the clock to open the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Redmen from their own 20-yard line. A packed crowd here at Doucette Stadium, Friday Night Lights. Fleming keeping it himself. Trying to stiff off a man, he does. Fleming staying on his feet, spinning off a tackle. Danny Fleming, ball popped out, but it is sent out of bounds. And a lot of elusiveness from Danny Fleming here in this first half.
Flag on the play.
And a late flag came in. We might get a late hit here on the Red Raiders. Excuse me there, illegal formation on the Redmen. This flag was on the far side of the field. I thought they threw a late one on the Redmond sideline. So erase the run from Danny Fleming, who had a few nice stiff arms on the last play. So it is a 5-yard penalty, and they'll be backed up to the 15. The Redmond student section really coming alive here in the second game of the season. wanting to see her win out of the Redmen after the disappointing showing in the season opener. The gun formation for the Redmen, 1st and 15. Fleming, direct snap, looking for a hole, taking it to the outside. Fleming staying on his feet. Redmen sideline was looking for a face mask penalty, and so is Danny Fleming on that run. No laundry on the field there from the officials. Able to get 9 on that last run. We get a more manageable 2nd down and 2nd and 6. Ball spotted at the Redmond 24. Fleming coming under center, awaiting the snap from number 77, Da Vinci Sidney. Fleming rolling out to the right, looking for Sullivan. He's got him, and it's a nice catch made by Michael Sullivan right in front of the Lowell sideline. It's a 1st down for the Redmen. Fleming doing a good job of faking the handoff. A nice play action pass there to find Michael Sullivan on the sideline. Sullivan only had 2 receptions for 13 yards. He was shut down against the Danvers defense. But his first reception of the night results in a fresh set of downs. Good to see the Redmen utilizing the play action pass, continuing to go run after run, switch it up a little bit, keep the Lowell defense on their toes. 1st and 10 from the Redmen 32. Fleming, jet sweep, Arbogast, hit hard. It's number 59 there, Manny Sano, taking Arbogast down at the 36-yard line, a gain of 4 yards.
Tackle made by Manny Cano.
Manny Cano, number 59, senior, this Lowell team, listed at 5'11", 200. He put a good hit there on the junior Arbogast. Still waiting on that first big explosive play from either team. Highlight of this ball game has been the 14-yard touchdown run from Danny Fleming in the opening minutes of the first quarter. Fleming, handoff, Arbogast trying to go over the pile, and then sent down. It's number 54, Aiden Shabak, the junior. Shabak listed at 6'4", 230. Arbogast taking some heavy hits from the linebackers of this Lowell team. The ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Redmond needs to get to the 43. Let's see what Brian Elward has up his sleeve here on 3rd and 5. Whistle coming in before the snap. The Redmen want to talk it over. We'll take the timeout with them. 8:30 remaining in the second quarter. The score 8-0 in favor of the Redmen. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV. Welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. 8:30 remaining in the second quarter. The Redmen with the lone score of the game. It's 8-0. 3rd and 5 upcoming from the Redmen from their own 38-yard line. Fleming with 2 backs to his right. Fleming's going to keep it himself, running to the right side. Fleming trying to go through a man. Was sent back. Extra effort by Danny Fleming. He might have got this first down. Indeed, it is a first down for Danny Fleming. And number 9 putting the team on his back. A 3rd and 5 was initially sent back about after getting 3 yards and then taking it to the far sideline and getting the first down yardage. That's the grit and grind the Redmen missed last year. Danny Fleming spent his junior season at Bishop Girton in Nashua, New Hampshire, before transferring back to the school he played 2 years for his freshman and sophomore year. Taking over the reins of this team after the graduation of Ryan Rometta, who's now at Husson University playing for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the 43. It's a flea flicker. Fleming, he's got to escape the pocket, and he's taken down from behind. It's Blake Ramos getting Fleming from behind. It was a good design from the Redmen. Sullivan was breaking down the sideline, but Fleming flushed out of the pocket to his left. Always tough to make that cross-body throw. And then quite the lost yardage on that play.
2nd and 21.
Ball pushed back to the 33. The first down marker back on the Lowell side of the field at the 46. Loss of 11 on the first down. Fleming throwing it out wide. It's number 30, Sean Hurdle, who tripped up. Bonnie gotten his plant foot stuck in the turf there and then fell to his feet.
3rd down.
That's the first time we've called Sean Hurdle's name tonight.
3rd and long.
He only had a rush for about 5 yards, but had a good defensive game. He recovered a fumble forced by Danny Fleming last week. The Redmen losing a yard on that play. It's 3rd and 22. Quite a long one. I think the Redmen goal this play just to cut it in half and then maybe go for 4th down. High snap. End around. Sean Hurdle getting the carry. Dragged down by his jersey. It's number 59, Cano again. Making the stop on Sean Hurdle. It'll be 4th down for the home team.
Sean Hurdle on the carry. About 10 yards. 4th and 12.
And they're going to put the punting unit on the field there. Michael Sullivan does the punting for the Redmen. The return man for the Red Raiders is number 13, Aaron Morris. They're standing at about the 25-yard line. Low snap. Sullivan getting the punt off. It's a good boot. Scooped up by Morris at the 25-yard line, looking to take this back. Morris down the right sideline, getting a few good blocks, and then shoved out of bounds by number 44, Isaiah Pena.
Aaron Morris on the return.
But there's a flag back at the 32-yard line. It might be an illegal block in the back.
There's Michael Sullivan on the punts.
Awaiting the call from the official.
Penalties, block in the back
And this
on the Red
is an
Raiders.
illegal block in the back on the Red Raiders. So take off the good return from Morris. So penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it occurred at the 32, so the Red Raiders going to take over at the 22. 1st and 10. Just past the 5-minute mark left in the first half. The only score of the game coming from Danny Fleming in the first quarter.
Lowell will begin at their 22.
It's been a good defensive ball game so far. The Red Raiders will receive the second half kickoff. Sang, rolling out to her right. Got a few blockers. He's just going to take it himself. Wrapped up by Sean Hurdle. Good hit. Right there at the 21-yard line. Hurdle stepping up from his linebacker position and hitting the QB right in the numbers. Looks like Sang just got back to the line of scrimmage. Sean Hurdle doing a good job. Put his helmet right in the numbers of Sang. Right between the ones. .4:15 and counting left in the second half. It's 2nd and 10. Lowell at their own 22. Sang, handoff, Morris. Getting past the 30-yard line, taken down by Evan Silva and number 13, Blake Ryder. But nevertheless, a first down for Morris and the Red Raiders. Trying to spark some offense, just down by a score and a 2-point conversion. Again, this could be a big drive in the game if the Raiders are able to find the end zone. Like I said, they get the ball to start the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 33. It's a double handoff. They go up the middle. Sim trying to break through. Just shy of midfield. It's a first down for the Red Raiders. They get up to the 47. 14-yard run from Sim. The Lowell offense in business. After getting back to the line of scrimmage on the first play of the drive, they're able to get 2 run plays that go for first downs. 1st and 10 from their own 47. Handoff, Morris finding the open space, trying to beat his man in the corner. Good tackle by Flayhive. Morris taken out at the 43-yard line. Another first down for Aaron Morris and the Red Raider offense. You want to get yardage, put the ball in the hands of your best player. And that's number 13, the senior captain, Aaron Morris. Again, just his 3rd season of playing football. He's a native of Jamaica. And his father, Horace, moved him to Massachusetts in 2018. A great story. Hand off to the fullback, Ramos, plowing his way through. And did this ball come loose? It looked like it did. And the referee's going to sort out the pile here. And that is Redmond football. Ramos plowed his way over one of the Redmond defenders and then lost the ball going to the ground. And that is a massive turnover for this Redmond defense. Ramos, who's had himself a tough ball game. He's had 2 missed field goals and then the fumble in Redmond territory. Wasn't able to see who came out of the pack with it for the Redmen. Under 3 minutes left in the second half. The Redmen at their own 43-yard line. As the Red Raiders stack the box. Pitch play, it's short of Arbogast. Bouncing around. Arbogast scooping it up. And Arbogast was never ruled down. He's playing to the whistle. He's past midfield. And what a wacky play that was. The pitch was short of Arbogast. It was like a hot potato in his hands. And then he rolled off of one of the Lowell defenders. The whistle never blew. Great heads-up play there from the junior Arbogast. A play that could have turned disastrous for the Redmen after forcing the fumble. But it all does positive work. They're past midfield at the Lowell 47, 1st and 10. Fleming in the shotgun. Arbogast up the middle again, bouncing off tackles, keeping two hands on the football.
Alex Arbogast for 8 yards.
And he's going to get past the 40-yard line to the 39.
2nd and 2.
Redmond making sure they're extra careful here inside 2 minutes. But that is a massive turnover for the Redmond defense. Trying to put up some points on the board and make this a 2-score game before halftime. We'll keep an eye on that clock. It's 2nd and 2 from the Lowell 39. Fleming, handoff, Hunter Johnson. Slipping through the tackle of Van Dinter, then tripped up right at his feet.
Hunter Johnson on the carry.
And the Redmen are going to use their second timeout.
Timeout, Redmond.
Minute 24 left in this second quarter. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV. The Redmen moving down the field. Good evening and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. A minute 24 left on the second quarter clock. 1st and 10 for the Redmen from the Lowell 36. Trying to convert points off the turnover, off the fumble by Blake Ramos on the last Lowell drive. Fleming faking the double handoff. He's going to roll out to the right. Overthrew Sean Hurdle. As Hurdle was trying a comeback route. They tried the double handoff. Was able to fool the Lowell defense. Just overshot Hurdle. The incomplete pass leads to a 2nd and 10. Ball still at the 36. Stay tuned for halftime. We'll be introducing all the varsity teams here at Tewksbury Memorial High School, including a performance by the TMHS cheerleading team. Again, that'll be at halftime, just a minute 17 away. Fleming, jet sweep, Arbogast. Hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. It was number 7, Anthony Rivera, with the initial hit. And the Redmen are going to use their final timeout.
Timeout, Redmond.
Minute 10 left. It'll be a 3rd down for the Redmen. Again, Brian Howard using his final timeout, only 3.5. Rule changed a few years ago from 5 to 3. Rob Pike talking things over with his Red Raider team, while Brian Howard talking things over with his Redmond team. It's an important 3rd down here. The Redmen are at the 32-yard line. It's a 3rd and 6. Again, stay tuned at halftime. We'll be introducing the TMHS varsity teams here in the fall of 2021. as long as also a performance by the TMHS varsity cheerleading team. Again, that'll take place at halftime in just a few minutes. We'll get back to the action here. Both teams out of the timeout. 1:10 left, 3rd and 5. Receiver at the bottom of your screen. Sean Hurdle, the motion man. Pass play out to the left side, short. Sullivan, the intended target. Now it's decision time for Brian Elward.
4th down and 5.
It's a 4th and 5. The Redmen need to get to the 27. So it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field here for 4th and 5. As Danny Fleming works his way back to the Redmond huddle. Hurdle will be the lone back, shotgun formation for the Redmen. Fleming dropping back, lots of time to throw. Here comes the pressure, rolling out to the left. Fleming, he's going to try to take it himself. Fleming getting the first down and more, swerving through tackles. Fleming then getting down to the turf. What a run by Danny Fleming. 1st down and 10 for the Redmen.
22 yards on the play.
The ball starts once again once the snap. It was a fumble. They were not able to get the QB spike off, so that clock remains running. Under 40 ticks left in the half. But we're not going to overlook the play that Danny Fleming just made. A broken play. Looked like it was a screen play to the outside they were looking for. Wasn't open. Fleming, who had time in the pocket, running out to the left, swerving around a few defenders. 2nd and 10. 20 seconds left in the half. Fleming looking to the corner. He's got Sullivan coming back. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Sullivan, incomplete.
Good defense there by Aiden Morris. Stuck to Sullivan like glue. 10 seconds left, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Well, the Redmen have time for one more play here, but it's got to go to the end zone. They don't have any timeouts left. The ball is at the 15-yard line. We haven't seen a made point after attempt from Cody LeGrand this year, so Coach Elward might be a little bit skeptical about putting his kicker on the field for a field goal. Third and 10, 10 seconds left on the clock. Fleming, time in the pocket. Looking, he'll go across the field. Sullivan the target. Did he get the feed in? He did! Touchdown Redmen! It's Michael Sullivan with 2 seconds left on the clock.
Leonard Sullivan.
What a beautiful toss by Danny Fleming across the field. Put another 6 on the board for the Redmen. What a first half for Danny Fleming. A rushing touchdown and now a passing touchdown. Making this a 14-0 ball game with 2 seconds left in the first half. Incredible stuff from number 9. LeGrand on for the point after attempt. The extra point is good, but there was an offsides on Lowell.
Offsides on the play.
So they're going to move the ball up to the 1-yard line and redo the extra point. But what a huge touchdown that is for the Redmen. Now a 2-score game. putting some pressure on the Lowell Red Raiders going into the break. The grand extra point. This one's blocked. And the decision to accept the penalty comes back to bite the Redmen. But you can't forget about the main point of the drive. Danny Fleming connecting with Michael Sullivan on the left side of the end zone with 2 seconds left in the quarter. A 15-yard toss from Fleming to Sullivan to give the Redmen some insurance going into the locker room. Again, at halftime, we'll have the introduction of the TMHS varsity teams of the fall of 2021, as long also a performance from TMHS varsity cheerleading team. But a firework of a drive from the Redmen, forcing a fumble, then taking it the length of the field and making it a 14-0 game. So 2 seconds remaining here in this first half. I believe Cody LeGrand is just going to squib kick it here and just kill out the rest of the clock. It's going to stay on the turf. Takes a few bounces. And this ball is recovered by Lowell. But that will run out the first half clock. After 24 minutes played at Doucette Stadium, the Redmen a big touchdown to end the first half. They lead 14-0 over the Lowell Red Raiders. We'll take a short halftime break, and we'll be right back on Tewksbury TV with more Redmen football. Stay tuned.
At this time, we are going to celebrate the Tewksbury Redmen fall varsity teams. The fall varsity teams are going to take the field. Okay. At the 30-yard line is led by head coach Jim Sullivan, our golf team. We have Jason Cook, Matthew Cook, Andrew Delapiana, Ryan Flynn, Jeremy Insogna, Brady Lane, Scott Lightburn, Victor Pacheco, and John Ragucci. At our 35-yard line, we have the girls cross-country team. Head coach is Fran Kuzek. We have Macy Chapman, Molly Kremen, and Elise O'Leary. Next at the 40-yard line, we have our field hockey team, coached by Brooke Pacheco. The entire team is here. Courtney Capichetti, Lauren Connors, Courtney Curtin, Avery Delapiana, Ashley Demers, Mia Gaglione, Brianna Gagnon, Paige Harrington, Rebecca Kelleher, Elizabeth Keneally, Aliana Kennan, Michelle Kuzmal, Alexandria Makata, Abigail Mahoney, Nina Moulton, Ava Piccolo, Nicole Petito, Katarina Schilly, Jacqueline Vidiello, and Olivia Ward. At the 45-yard line, we have our boys varsity soccer team. Head coach Mario Almeida, Alexander Almeida, Joseph Borja, Salvatore Catanzano, Brady Chapman, Travis Cohen, Dylan Crowley, Calebe De Silva, William Esquinas, Michael Gaglione, William Humphrey, Eric Impink, Ryan Mello, Evan Mendonca, sorry, Evan, Shay Moynihan, Jack Rennell, and Mario Ruiz Perez. At the 50-yard line, our girls volleyball team, head coach Ali Lupi, Karina Barron, Chloe Burns, Michaela Conley, Caitlin Cueva, Madison Cueva, Isabel DeSisto, Grace Dockery, Ava Fernandez, Vanessa Green, Kylie Kennedy, Jenny Lester, Madeline Montejo, Ava Nordbruch, and Tori Rowe. At the 45-yard line, our girls varsity soccer team, head coach Samantha Tavantis, Daniela Almeida, Sarah Barcala, Ashley Bielecki, Victoria Catanzano, Noelia Cura, Brooklyn DeGrecci, Alyssa Devlin, Alex Fillmore, Krista Jansiracusa, Victoria Lavarnia, Cassidy McDonald, Katrina McDonald, Ashlyn Nawn, Natalia Nickerson, Ava Paquette, Rachel Pitcher, Caitlin Palomino, Raya Price, Jordan Sheehan, Riley Sheehan. At the 40-yard line, our cheerleaders, head coach Paige Wynn, Olivia Capello, Lyda Chun, Ava Gilligan, Jocelyn Kinnan, Jessica Lowry, Juliana Manson, Jillian Mantell, Maya Melky, Amanda Ogden, Grace Russo, Lauren Ryder, Isabella Schilly, Avery Smallage, Delaney Smallage, Anne-Marie Sullivan, Sierra Thomasette, Patricia Woodford, and Sophia Zambakis. On our 35-yard line, our boys cross-country team, head coach Peter Fortunato, Nicholas Alvarado, Alec Cranston, Tristan Leslie, and King Shakes. And the 30-yard line, the Methuen-Tewksbury swim team. Ada Nicodemus, Lana Dang, and Amanda Lightburn. A round of applause for all of our varsity athletes, please.
Back to Doucette Stadium at Tewksbury Memorial High School. My name is Andrew Delapiana on Tewksbury TV. After one half of play between the Lowell Red Raiders and the Tewksbury Redmen, the score of the Tewksbury Redmen up 14-0 here in game number 2 of the season between these two teams. Friday night lights here in the Merrimack Valley Conference. It was quite the first half for the Tewksbury Redmen. 2 touchdowns, including one at the beginning of that quarter and one at the end of the second quarter. The Redmen striking with 2 seconds left to end the first half. A beautiful toss by Danny Fleming to find Michael Sullivan for a 15-yard touchdown again at the end of the second quarter. And we're going to take a quick 3-minute warm-up between the two teams as we saw the introduction of the TMHS varsity fall sports teams here in 2021. Again, we'll elaborate more on the Redmen. 2 big touchdowns in that first half, one coming at the beginning of the first quarter, one ending the second quarter. Danny Fleming has had himself quite the ball game, and he's only gotten going in just 24 minutes played. And that's for the Lowell Red Raiders, down 2 scores. A crushing blow to the end of that first half, losing a fumble in Redmen territory and then giving a touchdown up with 2 seconds left to go down 2 scores. With the Redmen in control of this ball game. Got some momentum into the second half now after the big touchdown. And both of these teams looking for win number 1 on the year. Lowell is 0-1, lost last week to the Billerica Indians by a final of 35-14. And for the Tewksbury Redmen, losing last week against the Danvers Falcons 35-18 on this very field. We put that all aside here for week number 2 in the season. Again, thank you for joining us on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Delapiana. We're at Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. A cool Friday night here in the Bury. 64 degrees here as we're about to begin the second half of play. A packed crowd here at Doucette Stadium. You heard of a lot of eruption during the introductions of the fall sports teams. And we'll get back to football here as we'll await the kickoff from Cody LeGrand. Lowell deferred the opening coin toss, so they'll have first possession here in the second half.
Cody LeGrand will kick.
But the Red Raiders need to find a way to get back in this game. Been stagnant on offense. Senior captain quarterback number 11, Evan Sang, trying to get the team back into this ball game. And again, it just takes one play to get this into a whole new ball game. But it's been the Redmen who's made the more important plays in this game that have them up 14-0 after one half. Just awaiting the final seconds of 3-minute clock to wind down. Let's go Redmen erupting from the Redmen student section. A whiteout tonight here at Doucette. Put 12 minutes on the clock. We're about to begin the third quarter of play. LeGrand setting the troops up. Go for a squib kick / onside kick here. The ball is loose. And that could have been dangerous for the Red Raiders. We're able to recover.
Recovered by the Red Raiders.
It's number 22, Jaden Sim, on the recovery for the white and maroon. We're now going to move from left to right here in the third quarter. While the Redmen in their home reds with the white numbers will move from right to left. First and 10 for Lowell from their own 35. Sang, handoff, Sim, staying on his feet, getting a few extra pushes from the offensive line, getting him to the 43-yard line, a gain of 8 yards on first down.
8 yards on the play.
There's the senior captain, number 60, Cole Kemptis, tracking Sim down from behind. A gain of 8 on first down for the Red Raiders. It's a 2nd and 2 from their own 43. Handoff, Morris, open space, spinning off a tackle and then taken down by Sean Hurdle. Past midfield and a first down for Lowell. They get up to the Redmond 47-yard line. Aiden Morris has been the facilitator for this Lowell offense tonight. It's been the Redmonds' bend but don't break mentality that's kept Lowell to a goose egg on the scoreboard. Sang. It's a double handoff into the hands of Sim. And then getting a push back there by Cole Kemptis. A little bit of misdirection there from the Lowell Red Raiders. He's able to get past the 45 to the 44 for a gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
Ten minutes and change left in the third quarter of play. First possession of the half for either of these teams. Lowell's in a 2nd and 7 from the Redmond 44. Sang, faking the handoff, up the middle. It's Ramos with the ball, getting past the Redmond defense, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Touchdown, Blake Ramos.
Beautiful execution there from Lowell. They faked the handoff to Jaden Sims, and they snuck in Ramos at the fullback position. And just like that, Lowell is right back into the game.
44-yard touchdown for
It's a
Blake
44-yard touchdown for Blake Ramos. He's had 2 missed field goals and a fumble, but earning the game right back for the Red Raiders with a score. And now he's looking for all 7 on the possession. The extra point is good. 9:51 remaining in the third quarter. We got ourselves a ball game now. Blake Ramos, 44 yards out, makes it a 14-7 game here at Doucette Stadium. But just the drive the Red Raiders needed. Rob Pike pulling a rabbit right out of the hat, faking the handoff to the halfback, giving it to the fullback Ramos, who is basically untouched going into the north end zone. And this Lowell team right back into the ball game with a big score. Brian Howard's got to be able to rally his team here. Now that Lowell's got their crowd in this game. It's going to be a little bit more interesting now that it's a one-score game again. That touchdown at the end of the first half seeming very large now for the Tewksbury Redmen, because without that, They'd only be up by 1. The drive just takes them under the 10-minute mark, 9:51 remaining in the third quarter. 14-7 in favor of the Redmen. A squib kick from Ramos takes a few bounces. Scooped up by Colby Flahive. Getting off a few Raider defenders and then taken down past the 30-yard line. It's number 44, Aiden Nazio, there, making the stop. The sophomore for the Red Raiders on the stop, making the tackle on Flahive. Flahive gets the ball up to the Redmond 31-yard line. Fleming and company go back to work. Redmond will start in the gun. Handoff, Arbogast, open turf, hurdling over a man. Arbogast staying on his feet, getting some blocks from Michael Sullivan downfield. Arbogast beating him in the corner, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redmond. 69 yards for Alex Arbogast. They call him Alex Arbofast, proving his speed downfield, beating the man in the corner, and the Redmen increase the lead. An incredible run from Alex Arbogast. Got a great block downfield from Michael Sullivan, and the Redmen answer right back with a touchdown of their own. The second touchdown of the year for Alex Arbogast. That's been over 60 yards, and his third touchdown of the season. Track-like speed from number 24. The point after attempt from LeGrand is blocked. It was Van Dinter getting the ball.
Extra point is blocked.
And with 9:30 remaining in the third quarter, Alex Arbogast adds some insurance for the Redmen. The score, the Redmen 20, the Red Raiders 7. We'll take a short break on Tewksbury TV. We'll be right back. That drive just taking 21 seconds for the Tewksbury Redmen offense. Yep, 69. Yep. Good evening and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. A big touchdown from Alex Arbogast on that last possession. 69 yards for the junior. And the Redmen back in front now with some insurance. Once again, they lead 20-7. Quickly answering the long touchdown from Blake Ramos. Another squib kick, getting by a few Raiders, and then picked up by Morris and then sent quickly to the turf by number 14, Logan Oth. But we'll continue to talk about Alex Arbogast's speed. It's absolutely incredible. Just the entirety of that play was unbelievable from number 24. Hurdled a man at the line of scrimmage, staying on his feet, moving here to the near sideline, getting a great block from Michael Sullivan, and then just beating his man to the corner and finding pay dirt for the third time this season. That drive just took 21 seconds for the Redmen. First and 10 for Lowell from their own 27. Aaron Conley, great hit in the backfield. Swinging Sim to the turf.
Aaron Conley in on the play. Second down.
Conley fast off of the defensive line there, getting around the left guard to spin Sims down. Loss of a couple on first down. Pitch play, Morris, right side, trying to get to the corner, cutting it back. Bouncing off of Evan Silva, and Silva's hit was strong enough to get him to the ground, along with the help of number 77, Da Vinci Sidney. And the Redmen absolutely flying to the ball here. That touchdown by Arbogast, putting another bit of life into him. And a lot of juice on that Redmond sideline. It'll be a 3rd and 9 for Lowell. 8 minutes and change left in the third quarter.
3rd and 9.
We've only played 4 minutes here in this third quarter, and we've seen a touchdown from either side, both over runs of 40 yards. Ball spotted at the 28. Lowell needs to get to the 37. Fake the handoff. Sang rolling out to his left. The Redmen do a good job in coverage. Sang trying to get to the corner, and he does. Getting past the marker and a late flag.
First down run for Evan Sang.
And let's see what the call is here. It'll be a late hit on the out of bounds on the Redmen. As Sang, quote-unquote, gave himself up going into the Lowell sideline. And then one of the Redmen kind of giving him an extra shove as he went to the white. So tack on 10 yards to the end of the run. It's a 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at the Redmond 45. Sang faking the handoff. Redmond bringing the pressure. Sang's got to get it off, and it's picked off right into the hands of Blake Ryder. Will beat the last defender, and it's going to be a pick 6 for the Redmond defense. It's Blake Ryder.
Interception return by Blake Ryder. Touchdown Redmond.
The Redmond defense forcing pressure off the edge. The ball finds the hands right into Blake Ryder.
2-yard return.
And it's Blake Ryder on the pick 6.
Forcing the throw.
And if there was a roof on this building, it would have just exploded. Blake Ryder, the pick 6, following the 69-yard touchdown from Alex Arbogast. Make that the first varsity touchdown for number 13, Blake Ryder. And the Redmond defense continuing to put on a show here for the home crowd. Redmond going to put the offense onto the field here for a 2-point conversion. 7:25 remaining in the third quarter. The Redmen up 26-7. Electrifying plays here in this third quarter from the Redmen, both sides of the ball. The Redmen are going to stack the backfield. Handoff, Arbogast up the middle. He will get in. The 2-point conversion is good.
Good, Alex Arbogast.
7:25 remaining in the third quarter. The Redmen have stretched the lead out. It's now a 21-point ball game. The Redmen leading 28-7 over the Red Raiders of Lowell High School. And this is exactly what the Tewksbury Redmen needed. Not one of the best outings last week on the home loss against the Falcons. And then just both sides of the ball have been really fun to watch tonight. The constant pressure being put on Evan Sang. Threw the ball right in the hands of Blake Ryder. And he took it the length of the field for a pick 6. The Redmen once again will try their signature squib sash onside kick with Cody LeGrand. LeGrand sending it to the sidelines, bouncing off of one of the Red Raiders. And the Redmen might have got to the bottom of the pile there. Oh, that was a scare, though, from the Red Raiders.
Kick is recovered by the Red Raiders.
No, Dembski Vincent, the junior, at the bottom of the pile.
1st and 10 at the Lowell.
But the Redmen have done that a few times tonight, almost forcing a turnover on the kickoff. And that might be their new secret weapon this season. First and 10 for the Red Raiders from their own 46-yard line. Down by 3 scores. Handoff, Sim, going to the left side. Taken down by the Redmen. He's down at the 49-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Second and 7 for the Red Raiders, just short of midfield at the 49. Double handoff. The Redmen have it in the backfield, and it's taken down. Sean Hurdle and Da Vinci Sidney reading that play well. Not faked by the double handoff. A loss of 3 yards. But the energy very evident from this Redmen defense right now. Lowell in a 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. They need to get to the Redmen 44. Sang dropping back, looking left side, pass tipped. Out of the hands of Aaron Morris. It was a catchable ball. Morris wasn't able to get those hands together to make the catch. And Lowell's going to send out the punting unit here on 4th and 10. Still a lot of time left in this ball game. We're at the 5:58 mark left in the 3rd quarter. But the Redmen have ripped this ball game open with a 69-yard touchdown run from Alex Arbogast and then a pick 6 from Blake Ryder. The juniors are having themselves a big day for the Redmen here on Friday night. Brian Howard not liking what he sees. He's going to use his first charge timeout of the second half.
Okay, at this time, it's a 50-50 raffle winner.
The Redmen take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Again, 5:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Punting unit on the field for the Red Raiders. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV.
3, 6, 7, 8, 5, 1. 3, 6, 7, 8, 5, 1. Congratulations to you. If you have the winning ticket, go to the table to collect your money.
Hello and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. 28-7 the score in favor of the Redmen. 5:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Punting formation on for the Red Raiders. Jaden Sims is the punter. Danny Fleming the return man. Sims getting a good bounce. And this one is going to be touchdown right at the 18-yard line, and that's where we'll see the Redmen offense. Redmen 2 touchdowns on their last 2 offensive drives. One coming late in the first half. Michael Sullivan on the touchdown reception from Danny Fleming. And then Alex Arbogast, 69-yard touchdown run. Redmen not wanting to take their foot off the gas pedal. They want to keep the momentum going. We can smell that first win. Still a lot of work to do here in this game. Fleming, direct snap. Getting off the tackle. Fleming shifting. Fleming still on his feet. Getting behind the blocks, ducking under a man. And then just shy of the 40-yard line, but what a game it's been for Danny Fleming.
16-yard, 15-yard.
Showing all the moves he's got in the toolbox tonight.
Redmen, 1st and 10.
And he's got quite the repertoire.
3-yard line.
But Fleming just doing the simple things, just following his blocks. And then those quick juke moves that he likes. Keeping the defense on their toes. Never know which direction he's going to go. He's got the Redmen up to the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Whistle before the snap. It's going to be a false start on the red and white.
False start, Redmen.
Ball will be pushed back 5 yards to the 28. 1st and 15. Fleming in the gun with the receiver at the top and the bottom of your screen. Fleming, handoff. Hunter Johnson with some good speed. Johnson bouncing off a few tackles, getting past the 45.
Johnson with a first down carry.
Hunter Johnson, showing off some speed. It's a first down for the Redmen. Johnson, just in his sophomore year, had a pretty impressive first varsity game. Last week, he ran for 36 yards on 4 touches. And showing that he's going to be a big part of this offense in the coming years. Again, just part of the class of 2024. First and 10 for the Redmen from their own 46. Handoff, Hurdle, getting some opening. Hurdle off a tackle, past the 40-yard line. The Redmen offensive line. This blocking has been stupendous tonight. And the Redmen now working themselves into Lowell territory. They're at the 38-yard line. One of the best performances we've seen from this offensive line in a while. And leading the way, it's been Cole Kimptis, Nick Wilson, Aaron Conley, Da Vinci Sidney, and James Carroll for the Redmen. Doing the dirty work for this team. And also include Blake Ryder at the tight end position, who's got the pick 6. Arbogast, right side, following behind Conley. Wrapped up after a short gain. Gain of only a yard for Arbogast. Getting to the 2:30 mark remaining in the third quarter. The Redmen in control. Up 21 over the Lowell Red Raiders. 2nd and 9 from the Lowell 37. Handoff to the fullback. It's number 23, Justin Dorigo, the younger brother of Kyle Dorigo, a very familiar name from last year. That was Justin Dorigo on the carry. Kyle Dorigo now playing at Worcester State.
7.
Hoping Justin Dorigo can just be as much as Kyle Dorigo was for the Redmen. They're getting his first touch of the season for 2 yards up to the 35. It'll be a 3rd and 7. Fleming faking the handoff, rolling right. Doesn't have a target downfield. Spun out of bounds. I believe it was Van Dinter on the tackle. He's going to be marked out at the 34-yard line, a gain of 3 yards for the senior quarterback. Brian Elward and assistant coach Tom Bradley talking over the play call with Fleming. The Redmen are going to have to burn a timeout. Redmen, it's their second charge timeout of the half. 1:12 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. The Redmen up 28-7 over the Red Raiders. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV with some more Redmen football. Hello and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Thank you for joining us on Tewksbury TV. My name's Andrew Delapiana. 4th and 6 upcoming from the Redmen. 1:12 left in this 3rd quarter. Fleming. Time to throw in the pocket. He's got Arbogast making the catch in traffic, and it's a 1st down for the Redmen. It was number 4, Cam Durkin, in coverage. Arbogast had to turn around to make the catch. And again, a beautifully placed ball there by Danny Fleming, right in the pocket of Arbogast, where only he could catch it. And Durkin wasn't able to get his hand in for the Red Raiders, and it's a fresh set of down for Tewksbury. They get all the way up to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the Lowell 10.
We'll have a whistle here. And this is the Redmen's 3rd timeout of the half. We'll stick with you here. So the Redmen have burned all 3 timeouts here in this 3rd quarter. Again, we'll keep referring to the amazing 3rd quarter it's been for the Tewksbury Redmen. Went into the break up 14-0, and exploding out of the gate with a 69-yard touchdown run from Alex Arbogast, following a 44-yard touchdown run from Blake Ramos to make it a 1-score game. And the Redmen were having none of this close ball game nonsense. Able to answer with the Arbogast touchdown and the Blake Ryder pick 6 to put him up 28-7 following the 2-point conversion by Arbogast. A big gain for the Redmen on 4th and 10. They get the pass out to Arbogast, who's north of 100 total yards in the game. First and goal from the 10-yard line, 30 seconds left in the quarter. Whistle's coming in. False start on the Redmen.
False start, Redmen. First and goal at the 15.
Moving back 5 yards, first and goal from the 15. Redmen continuing to put good drives in on offense. Have controlled a lot of the possession time here tonight. Fleming in the gun. The handoff. Johnson trying to get to the outside. Evading the first hit, spinning off another, and then taken to the sideline by Aiden Nazo, excuse me. Gaining only a yard on that last play.
Second and goal.
It's a second and goal from the 14-yard line. Clock stopping with Johnson going out of bounds. Redmen in the gun formation. Arbogast to the left of Fleming. Fleming, short handoff to Hurdle, hit hard right at the line of scrimmage by Van Dinter.
Tackle by Travis Van Dinter.
I believe Hurdle got back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Hurdle on the carry.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter. That'll take us down to the end of 3 quarters here played at Doucette Stadium.
At the end of the third quarter,
We played 36 minutes here in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. The Tewksbury Redmen leading 28-7 over the Lowell Red Raiders. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of play in just a moment on Tewksbury TV. Hello and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, the site for today's MVC matchup between the Lowell Red Raiders and the Tewksbury Redmen. Fourth quarter about to get underway. The Redmen up 28-7. Currently at the 14-yard line, third and goal. Looking to add more points on the board. Fleming taking the handoff, rolling out to the right. He's going to heave it towards the end zone. It's going to be a jump ball, nearly picked off. It was Morris coming from the corner of the end zone to try to pick it.
Play by Aaron Morris.
No damage done as it falls incomplete. Again, thank you for tuning in on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Del Piana. Friday night lights at Doucette Stadium. The Redmen up 28-7. Here in this Merrimack Valley Conference football matchup. It's been an electrifying night here at Doucette. The Redmen crowds come alive, the Redmen players come alive, and it shows on the scoreboard. The Redmen going to go for it here on fourth and goal from the 14. Fleming under center. Pitch play, Sullivan. He's going to have to run to the corner. It's a long distance and then taken down inside the 10. Redmond trying a little end around there with Sullivan. It'll be a turnover on downs. So ultimately, the Red Raiders defense makes a stop. The play takes 18 seconds. The Red Raiders offense will start at their own 9-yard line, 1st and 10. Down by a bunch. Sang handing it off. Morris turning the corner, following the blocks. And a good tackle by Colby Flahive, upending him after the 20-yard line.
Aaron Morris with a 14-yard run, tackled by Colby Flahive.
And Flahive, who's had a good game for the Redmen, has had a few pass deflections, a few key tackles in the secondary. Again, he is only a sophomore. The juniors and the seniors have been very large for the Redmen. And one of the keys on this team was that experienced offensive line. And when we talked with Brian Elwood, it's going to be how quickly these skill positions develop. And we've seen a lot of blossom here tonight. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Sang rolling out to the left. Pass is caught by number 24, John Tabon. And the Lowell offense in motion. It's another 1st down up to the Lowell 39. Gain of 15.
15-yard reception. 1st down, Lowell.
Tabon, only a junior, listed at 6'3", 225, out of the tight end position. Fresh set of downs for Lowell. Sang, pitch play. Morris, right side. Morris, some open turf down the sideline. Wasn't pushed out of bounds just yet, and then spun down short of the 25-yard line. A great run by Aaron Morris. As Lowell trying to get back into this ball game, it's going to be plays like that. They're going to do it for him. And Aaron Morris, who's been the star tonight, on a tough night for the Red Raiders. So the Red Raiders inside the Redmen 30, 1st and 10, 10-15 remaining in the 4th quarter. Sang, 3-step drop back, throwing to the right side, caught. It's Van Dinter. Tackled just short of the 1st down marker.
Sang pass to Van Dinter.
The Lowell offense working quickly here. And they're going to need to.
8 yards on the play, 2nd and shorts.
Referee talking things over with Brian Elwood. Not sure what the dispute is here. I think a penalty on the Redmen here. It's going to move the ball up. Wasn't sure what they threw the flag on. But nevertheless, the Red Raiders are inside the 10, 1st and goal to go. Sang. Handoff. It's Sim trying to get to the end zone, and he does. Touchdown, Red Raiders. It's Jaden Sim, number 22. Finding the end zone. It's the 2nd touchdown of the day for the Lowell offense. It's 2nd of the season for Sim. His 1st of the year came off a kickoff return for a touchdown. But Lowell trying to sneak their way back into this game. There's the extra point upcoming from Blake Ramos. The kick from Ramos splits the uprights, and it's good. 9:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lowell trying to make this a game once again. The Redmen up 28-14 here early fourth quarter. The Red Raiders trying to prove that they're not dead yet. After being down 3 scores going into this fourth quarter. Just taking it one play at a time, and they did on that drive. And it's the senior Jaden Sim punching it in from 10 yards out. But if you're the Redmen on this next drive, you just want to kill as much clock as possible. And don't give Lowell any chance to get back into this game. It's just going to take that one play to flip the script. I wouldn't be surprised here if Lowell tries to go with an onside kick. I know it's a little bit early, but down 2 touchdowns with 9:35 left. Might be a possibility for head coach Rob Pike. Ramos going to try to send it the length of the field. Arbogast scooping it up right at the 13-yard line. They're going to take it out of bounds. Pushed out at the 22-yard line where the Redmen offense will get back to work. We've got some numbers following that third quarter from the Tewksbury Town Criers' Jamie Pote. We'll take a look at some of the numbers for the Redmen offense today. Danny Fleming, only 6 passing attempts, but 48 yards and a passing touchdown on the ground. Fleming has had 11 rushes for 69 yards and a touchdown. That's for the key source of the offense tonight, Alex Arbogast, 11 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown. And then a good strong showing again from the sophomore Hunter Johnson. He's got 4 carries for 24 yards as well. Again, those stats credited to the Tewksbury Town Criers' Jamie Pote, who's up in the booth with us. Thank you very much, Jamie. Redmen starting the drive at their own 22-yard line. Stacked backfield for the Redmen. Arbogast initially hit in the backfield. And a second push coming back from the Red Raiders. It's number 3, Randy Valdez, in on the stop. The Redmen just doing their best, keeping the ball on the ground, draining that clock.
Second down and 10 on the Redmen 22.
Gave the runner forward progress there. So getting back to the line of scrimmage there. Second and 10. Ball stays at the 22. Handoff. Dorigo. Extending the football to the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 yards for Dorigo.
Third and 7.
The Lowell defense trying to come up with a big stop here and get the ball back into the hands of Evan Sang. The Redmen come out in the gun. 3rd and 7. Need to get to the 32. Direct snap to Fleming. Going up the middle. Fleming hit hard. Just shy of the 35. It's Jaden Sim, who just had the recent touchdown for the Red Raiders. But he's able to get enough past the first down marker. It was a close call, but Fleming was able to get it over as soon as Sim made the tackle. Wasn't sure if they were going to give him the extra yardage. But the Redmen get a first down. That clock dwindling down to under 7:40. Fleming, handoff, Arbogast. Pushing forward to the 35-yard line. And Rob Pike calling a timeout. 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Redmond will have a second down upcoming, up by 2 scores. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV. Good evening and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. My name's Andrew Delapiana on Tewksbury TV. 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Redmond with a 2nd and 8 upcoming from their own 35-yard line. Lowell using their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. High snap, Fleming able to corral it. Trying to run to the right side. Nearly had that ball stripped from behind, as it was number 79, Gustavo Ventura, who nearly got a hand on that from behind Fleming.
From the 43-yard, third down on the 38-yard line.
The ball control being the big thing here for the Tewksbury Redmen. Getting under 7 minutes left in the fourth. Looking for win number 1 in the season after a tough loss against Danvers just 6 days ago. Fleming out of the gun. Handoff to Hurdle. Trying to escape out of a tackle. Hurdle working hard, and he's able to get a first down. What an effort from Sean Hurdle. He had about 2 Lowell defenders on his back, dragged him with him over the first down marker, and it's been the effort like that from the Tewksbury Redmen that's got him some key plays in this game. When you're going to look back on film, it's going to be plays like that, why the Redmen have played so well here tonight. A new life, kind of, this Redmond team. They get themselves a first down at their own 44. Halfway through the fourth. Hurdle trying to bounce it to the outside, getting past midfield, bouncing off a hit, getting past the 45-yard line, and another Redmond first down.
12 yards for Redmond first down.
The junior Sean Hurdle continuing to rack up yardage. Hurdle initially got hit about 8 yards into that run and then bouncing off of one of the Red Raiders, extending the ball past the 45 to the 44 in a first down. But most importantly, that clock keeps ticking for the Redmen. First and 10 from the Red Raider 44. Direct snap to Fleming, trying to get up the middle. Stuck from behind by Van Dinter, trying to rally the troops on defense.
Fleming on the carry, 2nd and 9.
A yard gain for Fleming on the direct snap.
2nd and 8.
As they get a yard to the 43, 2nd and 9. Fleming under center in the eye. Isaiah Pena, the motion man, and the Redmen jumped early. I believe this one's going to be on number 13, Blake Ryder. That one was pretty evident there from the tight end, who's had himself a pretty good night, scoring his first varsity touchdown on the defensive end. Ryder, who put on a little bit of extra weight, was a quarterback last year for the JV team, has transitioned into the tight end for the Redmen, and filling the role of what used to be known as Richie Markworth's position at the tight end spot. Hopefully Blake Ryder can fill the shoes of Markworth, who was a great tight end for the Redmen a couple of years ago. 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 14, Arbogast. Getting stopped from behind. It's Manny Cano there. And Rob Pike out to the 40-yard line marker, asking the officials for a timeout.
3rd down.
4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll stay with you. Redmen gaining 2 yards on that play. We'll have a 3rd and 11 from the 45. The clock, the friend of the Redmen. This drive has eaten up a lot of this 4th quarter. We'll take a look at the road ahead for each of these teams. Next for the Lowell Red Raiders, they'll be home back at Carly Stadium. They'll host the Methuen Rangers next Friday night, the 24th. As for the Tewksbury Redmen, they'll go on the road. They'll be taking on Hopkinton on the 24th. That'll be next Friday. And then our next game at Doucette, our next broadcast will be on October the 8th when the Redmen host the Billerica Indians. Again, both of these teams will appear next Friday night. Lowell back at Carly Stadium hosting the Methuen Rangers, and the Tewksbury Redmen on the road going to Hopkinton. Whistle sounds. 3rd and 11 for the Redmen from the Lowell 45. 4 minutes left. Fleming eaten up. It's sticking with him there. Number 7, Anthony Rivera.
Tackled by Anthony Rivera.
Rivera did a good job of there, holding on to Fleming, not letting him go anywhere.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down for the Redmen. And Fleming's going to stay on the field here for 4th and 12. It's going to be Sullivan in the shotgun formation with Fleming at the bottom of your screen. It's a high punt. Excuse me, it's a high snap, and then the punt coming from Sullivan sailing towards the sideline. This ball is going to be sent out at the 29-yard line. Exactly 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Drive will begin at the 29.
The Red Raiders need a miracle, down 2 scores with 3 minutes to go. Aaron Conley wanting to get the Redmen crowd into it. Looking to put a W in the Redmen schedule. First and 10 for the Red Raiders from their own 29. Sang, faking the handoff, rolling out to the right. He's going to heave it downfield, and the pass intercepted. It's Michael Sullivan. Tracked that down perfectly, and that will ice the ball game. Michael Sullivan was back in coverage. Kept the whole way with Jaden Sim. And Michael Sullivan taking care of this ball game and putting it away. What a performance from the Redmen defense tonight. We can go on and on about what this team has accomplished against a solid Lowell team that plays in the MVC Division 1. And the Redmen out of the MVC Division 4 in this new MIA realignment. Fleming, the handoff. Arbogast trying to snake through a few tackles. He's taken down at the 42. And Arbogast is slow to get up. This is not something the Redmen wanted to see. Redmen trainer Chris Mahana out to attend Arbogast, who's grabbing that right knee. And this is hopefully not a scary scene for the Redmen. Alex Arbogast, who's had an incredible night for the Tewksbury Redmen, has ran north of 120 yards. And Arbogast being helped up to his feet. He's going to be able to run off the field on his own power. And that's great to see. Arbogast being joined by his Redmond teammates, making sure he's all right. So Arbogast gains 6 yards on first down. 2:30 and counting remain in the quarter. Fleming out of the eye. Hunter Johnson exploding out of the hole. And then getting past the first down marker. Up to the 48. Speaking of youngsters, Hunter Johnson has had himself quite the night. Leonard Johnson wearing the number 3. Same number as Shane Elward, who is one of those electrifying players for the Redmen, who always knew where to be. And Brian Elward was the father of Shane Elward, hoping that his number 3 right now, Hunter Johnson, can be what Shane Elward is. Is Elward playing college football at Endicott for the Gulls. Fleming going to put his head down right after the snap. Put 2 hands on the football.
Fleming on the keeper.
He'll get to the 47.
Second down and 5.
And this is going to be a great team win for the Tewksbury Redmen. Not their best showing last week on this field against the Falcons. And then put quite a number here tonight. 2nd and 5. Hunter Johnson getting the carry again. Sent back by number 51. That's Rafi Reyes.
Rafi Reyes on the tackle.
And Coach Rob Pike calling a timeout.
Timeout, Lowell.
Again, one more time, the road ahead for each of these teams. The Lowell Red Raiders will be back home at Carly Stadium. They'll take on the Methuen Rangers next Friday night, the 24th. As for the Tewksbury Redmen, they'll go on the road for their first road game of the year. They'll be at Hopkinton next Friday night, the 24th. And then our next broadcast on Tewksbury TV will be October 8th, when the Redmen host the Billerica Indians. Still a young season, just week number 2 here of fall of 2021. Great to have a full season back here for football after the shortened fall 2 of 2021. play a full season, 7 scheduled games with the 8th for Thanksgiving against the Wilmington Wildcats. And again, the new format of the MIA state tournaments. No sectional tournaments. It'll just be one big bracket of each of the divisions. And you only need 3 wins to qualify for the state tournament this year. 3rd and 4 for the home team. 57 seconds left. We're at the Lowell 45. Botch snap. Fleming picks it up. Running forward. Getting to the 43.
We'll bring up 4th down and a long 1 yard.
It'll be 4th and a long 1. This looks like the Redmen trying to run one more play before the clock runs out. And the Redmen need to get to the line quickly here. Fleming's going to put his head down. With a flag, and it's a delay game on the Redmen. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. 8 seconds left. Fleming wasn't able to get the snap off before the play clock expired. But chalk this up in the win column for the Tewksbury Redmen. Handoff. Arbogast getting one last carry. He's just going to slide down. And that will be the final play of the game. The Tewksbury Redmen come out with a victory tonight. Excuse me there. I think there's going to be one more play here for the Red Raiders.
Lowell Red Raiders will take over.
The game clock did expire, but Arbogast sitting down with 3 seconds left. Apologize for that. We'll have one more snap here for the Lowell offense. Sang under center. 5-step drop back. Redmen bringing the pressure. Gets the throw off. It is short. And that will be the final play of the game. It's a final at Doucette Stadium. The Tewksbury Redmen get a victory over the Lowell Red Raiders. The final tonight, 28-14. Fireworks, metaphorically, going off here at Doucette Stadium tonight. The Redmen all around, just an incredible ball game for this team. A much-needed victory after the loss last week to Danvers. And they get some momentum going on the road. They'll have a 2-game road trip, and they'll start on Friday against Hopkinton. The Redmen are now 1-1 on the season. As for the Lowell Red Raiders, they are 0-2 following tonight's loss. And the Redmen, like I said, 1-1 on the season. Next broadcast for Tewksbury TV of Redmen football will be against Billerica on October the 8th. And for our entire crew at Tewksbury TV, my name's Andrew Della Piana. Thank you for joining us tonight. The Tewksbury Redmen are victors here tonight, 28-14. Thank you for joining us, and good night.